So recently, Bill Belichick is making headlines again, and it isn't because he won another Super Bowl.
Thank God.
Instead, it's because of his crazy girlfriend. As CBS News did an interview with Billy where he was plugging his new book, asking questions about his childhood and career as the New England Patriots football coach. The usual cookie-cutter mainstream media interview.
Why are you gay?
But the interview ended up getting spicy as Bill started to get some questions on his relationship with his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson. Jordan did not like that, as when the interviewer asked Billy about how they met, Miss Hudson went all diva on his ass.
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
Now, all of the internet is concerned for Mr. Bill because he's the perfect candidate to get taken advantage of. He's 73 years old, which means he could star in one of those I've fallen and I can't get up commercials. He's that old.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Shut up, Grandma!
He's a super successful former NFL coach with 6 Super Bowl rings to his name, and he's loaded as his net worth is at least $70 million. There are plenty of self-centered women that would throw themselves at this man for what that could give them. Connections, attention, money, power, all of that and more, regardless if the dude's got wrinkles. And it seems like that's exactly what Jordan is doing, just taking advantage of elderly Bill Belichick, because in just a handful of months after the pair started dating, she built a $8 million real estate portfolio.
Say what?
As much as I would like to believe that she did this on her own, there's no way in hell. Her sugar daddy had to have helped because at only 23 and just graduating from college, she spent over $600,000 on her own personal residence. She dropped $2.2 million on a townhouse in December of 2023. A few days later, she was somehow able to buy another home for $3 million on December 15th, and finally bought another home in June of 2023 for $2.3 million. 3 of these properties she rents out collects about $18,000 in rent each month. And hell, it's gotta be in the back of Jordan's mind that if she was able to become a multi-millionaire in a matter of months with Bill, what would she get if she stays with him for 10 years? 20 million? Maybe he gets dementia or cancer soon and she'll get a slice of that juicy will too? She's gotta be thinking some pretty sick thoughts. But if that's her ultimate plan, she's gotta let her foot off the gas, as she was way too controlling of Billy during the CBS interview. TMZ reported that there were numerous instances of her correcting Bill, and she even stood up and walked out of the interview at one point. And quite literally, no one on the internet is on Jordan's side and smells something fishy is going on. Some people have even gone as far to say that this is elder abuse. Now, I won't go that far, as this guy is a head coach for the North Carolina Tar Heels, and when I watch videos of him coaching, he seems pretty aware of what's going on.
Right idea. It's close. Good job on the split safeties. Yeah. We hit him in no huddle. We hit him here. Well, at least we're throwing the ball to the right place.
This guy is not brain dead. If he was at a nursing home and this chick was dating him, that would be a different story. However, while I won't go that far and say that there's literal abuse going on, I don't understand how she is able to have so much control over him. Like, what timeline are we in exactly, where she was able to get him to pose for a photo where he was reeling a dressed up mermaid out of the water, and do these Titanic-inspired yoga poses with her? It weirds me out how this tough, no-nonsense football man, this juggernaut, somehow was able to get so easily attached to this Jordan chick. I mean, one of the wisest philosophers in modern history, Charles Barkley, is starting to sweat about this whole situation.
But I will admit, I'm a little concerned with some of the stuff that's going on. And I might actually reach out to him and make sure everything's good. But I am concerned from what I'm hearing, because it's not a good look right now. I'll admit that.
If Mr. Barkley is worried, I'm worried. And there's got to be more to the story here. The official story on how they met is that it was just pure luck. They both sat next to each other on a flight from Massachusetts to Florida, where Belichick made the first move. She was reading a textbook, Deductive Logic, from a college philosophy course she was taking, and he struck up a conversation over it and ended up signing the book for her. Before getting off the plane, they exchanged numbers and began dating the next year. So that's what they're saying is what started it all, but people have their doubts, with some people saying some crazy stuff. One person commented and said it was Robert Kraft's plane that they met on. Robert was paying prostitutes to have sex with. She is one of them. That's how Bill Belichick met her, and they don't want to say that. Another one said that supposedly her ex-old rich boyfriend said they met on a yacht through an escort service. I mean, who knows, but hell, those are two pretty good guesses, I guess. Even Wanda Sykes, the funny little black lady, well, she's not even buying the story.
I think it's public knowledge how they met. They met on an airplane. What's so bad about that?
Right. Okay, yeah, on an airplane.
Well, that's...
So yeah, there's some shady underground how they met story that they're hiding from us. For sure. One last thing before I shut this video down, and I can't believe I've gotten this far without even mentioning this, but the fact she is 24 and he is 73 is disgusting. That's a half-century age difference. There is no way that she is physically attracted to Bill. I don't know what's with all these old hags getting young chicks nowadays. Robert De Niro just had a kid back in 2023 with a 45-year-old. And Al Pacino at 83 is dating a 29-year-old. And now Bill Belichick? People talk about the wealth disparity, but we should be talking about the age disparity. Fuck. I mean, they're hoarding all the young women, so all us young guys out there can't date shit. But all in all, as long as Billy's getting his wood up daily, I'm happy for him.